boxes, GMA Afforda boxes, and all DTT boxes. Facebook/DZRJ 810 AM and YouTube channel RJAM News.
Magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Welcome again to our show, Kontra Birada, dito sa Radyo Bandido and RJTV. Ako po si Atty. Mike Toledo at kasama po natin ang ating partner, si Atty. Karen Jimeno.
Hi.
Good morning, partner.
Morning, Atty. Mike. Good morning, partner. Well, happy na it's Friday, but ang bilis kumaan ng buong week, no? And yesterday, pinag-uusapan lang natin ni Secretary Sal yung tungkol sa printing of the ballots, but mukhang natuloy na talaga yung sinasabi ni name. So as of 7 p.m. last night, nag-start na sila ng printing ng ballots.
Kaya yung initial kaba natin, partner, or yung kaba mo kahapon na sinabi mo, ako siyempre, no? You did the math, no? Mukhang, I think naman, within the period allotted, no? Aabot ka kaya. Yun lang naman lang lahat ng inaasam-asam at inadasal ng lahat para talagang walang question sa integridad, no? The integrity, credibility of a fair, clean, and honest election. So yun lang naman ang inahabol ng lahat.
And of course, the ability to vote because like we said nga, Atty. Mike, yung hinahabol na day is really, in this case, April, because the overseas or absentee voters have to vote pala between April 27 to 29, like earlier yung kanila. So that means matatapos talaga dapat yung printing for the other ballots earlier before by April, and then they have to deliver that to the different voting locations. So, well, it's good news that the printing has already started, despite all the issues that cause uncertainty as to who will really be in the final list.
Tama. And if I may, partner, no, nagpaalam din naman ako sa ating management. If I may ipa-plug ko lang to mamaya kasi, partner, this is at 1 to 2:30. In relation na rin yan, no, sa darating na halalan, sa pinag-uusapan natin sa COMELEC. Kasi mamaya magkakaroon tayo ng second portion, no, of the Meet the Presidentiables Forum, no? Economic reforms.
Inaabangan ko yan, Atty. Mike.
Yes, in the new frontier, no, for the 2022 presidential candidates and for also the vice presidential candidates. At mamayang hapon, magiging kasama natin ay si Vice President Leni Robredo. This is from 1 to 2:30. Ito po ay presented ng Financial Executive Association of the Philippines, Signal TV, the Manila Times, at co-sponsored na rin at iba't ibang mga organisasyon, no? Mga business organization like the Makati Business Club, the Management Association of the Philippines, and Sharefield, and many others. And simulcast po ito sa One Philippines, One News, Radio 5, 92.3, at meron din pong link, no, na available kung saan nyo pwedeng mapapanood. Papakita ko dito kung ma-re-register nyo. Ayaw po kung makikita yan, no? Pero kung magre-register kayo, dyan po ang link.
Well, hindi makita siya. Or but maybe, Atty. Mike, what people can do is check online or maybe Facebook.
Yes, Facebook.
They can go on Facebook and look for Phoenix, Meet the President.
Yes. Please do. Kasi alam mo, ang unang guest namin, at ako na may I'm privileged to have been asked to moderate the series. Yung una po natin naging guest was Senator Ping Lacson, wherein he presented his program of government, and then after that, especially on the economic, no? Kasi we try to, as much as possible, ayaw namin pag-usapan yung political dito. Puro lang, ano ba ang economic agenda mo? Kasi yun ang kailangan natin eh. Ano ba ang economic agenda mo? Lalo na ngayon na tayo'y pinaglalaban natin ang pandemic, no? At the end of the day, pagkatapos ng pandemya, ano ang gagawin natin as far as the economy is concerned? And he did present a clear program. After that, nagkakaroon tayo ng tinatawag na open forum. So we will have that too. Same format po ang gagawin natin dito, partner. I-interviewin natin, magpipresenta si Vice President Leni Robredo ng kanyang platform, especially on the economy, specifically on the economy. And then after that, magkakaroon tayo ng open forum of which ako po mag-moderate. May mga pre-prepare na rin ako mga tanong para tanungin ng ating Vice President. Then after that, we open it to some members of the audience. No? And sana, importante kasi dito, partner, talagang aking pananaw, at I'm sure naniniwala ka rin, no? An enlightened and informed electorate and citizenry can actively participate in a democratic process, di ba? Kailangan informed, enlightened. Ang akin lang nito, partner, since 75% of the voters come from the D class and 18% come from the E class. Ang aking panawagan dun sa mga organisasyon na ito, mga business organization, na while it's true, no, syempre kailangan din kausapin ang 1%, yung A, B, and C, 1 or 2%, no, para yun ang nagpapatugbo ng ekonomiya, para malaman din ng mga leaders ng mga negosyo kung ano ang mga policy na gustong i-present ng ating mga presidential candidates. Pero sa aking pananaw, kailangan din talaga natin ibaba ito. We have to reach out and inform and educate our voters kung ano ang mga plataforma ng ating mga kandidato when it comes to the economy. Kasi karamihan nga sa kanila, partner, ng botante ay manggagaling doon sa Class D and Class A.
Yeah, I agree. And like you said, yung importante talaga to understand ano ba yung gagawin nila for our economy, because everyone really relies on the economy for their life. Like we always take that for granted, and we always look at what the government talks about in terms of benefits. But at the end of the day, what really keeps the country going and everyone like their livelihoods, it's really the economy. And because you brought this up, kaka-register ko lang habang nagsasalita ka. So for everyone listening, madali
thank you.
Just type on Google Phoenix Meet the Presidentiables, and then it will lead you to the Facebook page where the link to register is there. So you don't even have to log on to your Facebook page, or kahit wala kayong Facebook, you will see the link and you can register. So nag-register na ako, and I'm really excited to listen kasi nga I've been waiting for this. In fact, I'm really excited even about the COMELEC sponsored debates, because we really don't hear directly from the candidates. It's always like some form of campaign material, na whether it's a video or like a meme or something na statement lang nila, but hindi ko pa nakikita yung spontaneous responses nila to questions eh. So this is really a great opportunity, and I'm glad Phoenix is doing this. And I'm also glad that you agreed to do this, because who better to moderate than the Anderson Cooper of the Philippines? but really, I can't think of a better moderator. Like also a lawyer, and then with a lot of experience both in law and in politics. So very excited for this.
Thank you very much, partner, for your kind words. Tatanggapin ko lahat yun. Thank you very much. But really, isa din sa siguro, it's my own small way. Ika nga, no? My own small way of contributing to ensure na ang ating mga electorate, whether class A, B, C, or D, or E sila, ay talagang marinig nila kung ano talaga ang mga programa ng ating mga kandidato. Tama na yung puro na lang kantahan, tama na yun puro sayawan, okay din yan, wala namang masama doon. No? There's nothing wrong with that either. Pero at the end of the day, ang importante, I think it's our responsibility. Pananagutan natin lahat, pananagutan ng mga kandidato, pananagutan ng mga media, pananagutan ng lahat na alamin, i-educate ang ating mga electorate, alamin kung ano yung mga issues, at talagang i-explain sa kanila, lalo na sa kamaramihan ng mga botante, na manggagaling nga sa 75%, 18% manggagaling sa Class D and E. Yan yata ang malaking challenge. Para pag bumoto sila hindi lang dahil popular, hindi lang dahil sila'y magaling kumanta o sumayaw o artista, pero binoboto nila dahil naniniwala sila sa integridad at pati na rin sa programa. hindi ako naniniwala, partner, di ba, may nagsasabi dati. Di ba, may mga, sabihin na natin, no? May mga nagsasabi noon na karamihan daw ng mga botante na masa ay bobo. Hindi po totoo yun. Hindi po ako naniniwala na bobo ang masa. Ang mga masa po natin ay nakikinig. At lalo na ngayon na may mas madali na ang communication in a sense, no? At may access din sila sa mga impormasyon na dati hindi basta-basta available. I think mas ano na sila, mas shall we say learned, and mas may alam na sila sa mga issues and facts. Ngunit kailangan pa rin talaga nating i-explain at talagang puntahan sila kung ano mang plataforma pwede natin gamitin para makita nila na itong kandidato na ito ang gusto niyang gawin as far as the economy is concerned. Ito naman as far as foreign policy. Bakit importante ang foreign policy? I-explain natin lahat yan. Sana ganon talaga ang magiging approach ng lahat ng mga programang ganito.
Yeah, I agree. And you know, Attorney Mike, for me, the some of the recent results in certain areas as to who gets voted just shows talaga that now that people, everyone, like whatever demograph, yung kahit tinatawag nilang masa na voters, because of the access to information, maraming new names na navo-vote. So, like for instance, like an example, Baguio, you have General Magalong who became mayor.
Yes.
And he's doing really well. But if you go by like traditionally before, yung mga named politicians or those who have been in politics for a long time, they tend to win dati because of the recall, wala masyadong access to information. But now we are seeing like a lot of people enter politics kahit bago lang sila. And I think that's really very important, lalo na when you have a forum like this, where you bring presidentiables and people can listen to them. Very, very helpful in terms of voter education and helping people decide.
Tama, partner. Well said. Kaya nga, kagaya ng sinabi mo, I'm also looking forward dun sa COMELEC debates, no? The COMELEC sanction debates. Kagaya ng sinabi ni Director Jimenez, usually, most of the time, the candidates do attend and appear. Kasi nga, unang-una, libreng exposure. Pangalawa, hindi counted yan sa pagbibilang ng mga media time, advertisement time, etc. Hindi kasama. Pangatlo, it's nationwide, no? And I recall kasi, partner, nung last 2016 election, ang nangyayari dyan usually ang COMELEC ay makikipag-usap sa mga television at radio stations sa buong Pilipinas at nagkakaroon ng tie-up yan. And I recall nung sa amin, nung panahon ng 2016, inatasan ang TV5 na i-handle ang debate sa Cebu. Kaya lumipad din ako sa Cebu at nandun, I was present, no? I listened to the debates at the time. So, hinahati nila. At that time, Channel 2 handled maybe it was Luzon, and then another television, maybe it was Channel 7, if I'm not mistaken, who handled the Visayas. So, gano'n ang ano yan. Tapos magkakaroon ng mga tulungan na iba't ibang radio stations at TV stations. So, we're hoping, we're hoping na matuloy ang debate at of course, all of them will attend.
Yeah. And well, I'm gonna talk about something apart from the elections, Attorney Mike, that I found interesting today. So apparently the population of the Philippines, or at least population growth, has been declining the past 2 years during the pandemic. And the interesting, and then the interesting fact I learned was that apparently this pandemic has affected the intimacy of people. I guess like one, dating has really gone down because how can you even meet new people with because of the pandemic? But apparently even with couples that were being interviewed, their intimacy level has gone down because of the pandemic. Maybe because of all the anxiety. I would have thought that it was the opposite because it forces people to be together with stay at home. But no, And
I thought that too. Na wala, anong gagawin natin? Hindi tayo palabas.
And then, and in relation to this, so really talking about lighter topics, no, there was an instance in China, this woman being interviewed that because of the Winter Olympics there, diba, they've been
Yes.
extremely strict, like zero tolerance yung tawag nila for COVID. So there was this girl who went on supposedly on just a blind date. So she was just expecting like a few hours of her time. But because during their dinner date in that guy's apartment, nag-declare bigla ng lockdown yung Chinese government. Hindi na sila siya nakaalis. So she was being interviewed and she said she got stuck there for I think a month now. And she said it's really awkward because apparently the guy doesn't talk much but just serves her food. Siguro mahiya yung tao. So I guess sabi niya that what was supposed to be a few hours got extended to weeks and then a month. So can you imagine that? Yeah, well, this pandemic talaga, lahat na lang ng mga interesting na the things that we never really expect that it's now happening to everyone.
Alam mo, totoo yan, partner. In fact, ito, anecdotal. Narinig ko lang naman, mga kwento-kwento, no? Na yung mga couples, lalo nagkakainisan. Kasi dati, may space eh. May space kasi pupunta ka opisina, perhaps also, or nasa bahay lang siya, being a housewife, but the husband goes to the office. But now, talagang wala na yung me time in a way, no? Puro, shall we say, the privacy aspect.
Puro time. Like
we na, no?
Everyone, yeah.
Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Walang masama sa ganun. But maybe after a certain extent, kung lalo na pag may mga konting and then ito pa yung pressure ng pandemic, no, yung mental the way it affects you mentally as well. Sometimes depression sets in or other things, or somebody gets sick. So I guess I know of some people na talaga nagkainisan talaga because they were just spending too much time with each other and naglabasan siguro whatever it is, no. So you're right in saying that parang it's intuitively parang feeling natin it shouldn't be, but it seems that by always being together in one place for a prolonged period of time, medyo nagkakaroon ng friction. Yeah, I think you just have to work it out. Hindi naman ako expert sa ganon. I'm not an expert. I'm just saying na normal lang talaga na mangyari yon, but you just have to find a way to work it out.
Mm-mm. And you know, Attorney Mike, yung like when you said, di ba, na wala nang palusot siguro pagka dati sinasabi na I'm going to the office. So yung mga merong relationships on the side, wala na silang palusot. Kasi what office? Sarado office nyo. Work from home lahat. So siguro talaga lalo nagkakainisan. But,
kaya lalo minit ang ulo. Pwede mo
I was in a meeting recently where one of the people in our meeting was saying the wife tested positive for COVID, so he's currently with the children, and for the first time he's the one cooking for the kids because the wife is isolated. So I said, are you sure that's not a false positive? Ay, nako, talaga. All these things.
In fact, I may mga umiikot dati sa Viber partner, no? I'm sure baka nakuha mo na rin yun. Not for anything. Ano lang naman, I'm just sharing. Nakalagay doon services COVID team with PPEs, face masks, all the works will pick you up in your residence and will declare that you are COVID positive and will isolate you and put you in your girlfriend's house.
Very clever. Alam mo, Attorney Mike, nung height nitong COVID and I was living alone in the US, I was also getting entertained by all the videos that were being shared about people, what they're doing in COVID. And I guess this was really before the vaccine rollout. So people were super bored. And there was a guy in, I suppose that was in the US, where he was shooting like a video from his phone saying, you know, this pandemic, I really enjoy time with my family, my wife. And then, pero meron siyang sign na nandun, help. how do I get out of here? So parang meron siyang signboard na nililipat-lipat ng gano'n kung ano yung totoong sinasabi. So, ay ako talaga. Nakakatawa.
Parang nakita ko yata yun, no? Parang nakita ko yun.
I'm sure some people who are listening here can relate, no? But you know, some good news, the pilot projects of rolling out the vaccines in pharmacies appears to be working very well. So,
yes.
a lot of people have been going and they said that it's even easier to register. So if this is successful, then it seems like they will roll this out in the whole country. And this might be the uptake of the vaccines even in the provinces.
Yung pati nga sa Manila Zoo, di ba? They opened it up and they are suggesting that other areas also open up aside from the butika and the pharmacies nga, no? Butika, no? But so kudos, no, to Secretary Duque, to the DOH, to the IATF, and of course to the owners and operators of these pharmacies and butikas, pati na rin mga local government units. It's about time. Alam mo kasi, ang alam ko noon, nung umpisa ng pandemya, nung latter part nung 2020 siguro, early 2021, basta nung nagkaroon na ng availability ng mga vaccines, I recall mga kaibigan na natin na nandun sa Amerika, na they can just easily get get vaccinated. They just go to Walgreens, CVC, or all the other drugstores.
Yeah.
Yes. So, di ba? It's good. This is good to know because talaga, at the end of the day, paulit-ulit na sinasabi ng WHO, paulit-ulit sinasabi ng even ng mga economic analysts, financial advisors, mga credit rating agencies, na talagang panglaban ng talaga dito is yung talagang vaccination. Pag lahat na vaccinated, malaking bagay. In fact, partner, sa UK, I'm sure it was just recently announced that in the United Kingdom, wala na. Tatagalin na lahat ng mga COVID protocols.
Oh, wow. No mask. Nothing. Even in the airplane?
Wala na daw ang COVID protocols, at least as far within the UK is concerned.
Wow.
Wala na yung mga requirement that you have to wear a mask or show that you're vaccinated. This is really they're very confident. The Prime Minister is saying, Boris Johnson was saying that of course, Boris is also facing some crisis on his own, or political crisis because of the quote-unquote Partygate. No? They had a party allegedly during the time that there was a lockdown in the UK. Pero sinasabi niya dito na dahil very successful ang kanilang vaccination at very successful ang kanilang booster program, na pwede na sila i-lift na daw all COVID protocols. Kaya, tingnan natin. Sana.
It's good that they're pioneering that because if it's successful, maybe other countries can follow and we'll see, diba? Because part of me also, Attorney Mike, like we've been seeing the rising number of cases, but since based on the reports, over 90% are only mild symptoms, that's a really high number of people still being functional despite getting COVID. So I started wondering, why don't we just start reporting the number of fatalities and the hospital capacity, meaning yung usage rate sa hospitals that are related to COVID, so that every time we breach the capacity, that's only the time that we feel that we have to impose restrictions. But other than that, I feel that maybe using the number of cases as the measure or being reported as the number of cases is very alarming, diba? It causes a lot of worry and then anxiety, and then I don't know, the restrictions are definitely very counterproductive to opening up the economy. So maybe they really have to take a step back and reconsider, just like what the UK did. Like, are we still going to impose all of these restrictions when in fact, like, everyone's vaccinated, we've had booster shots. So yeah, very good thing that you brought that up.
Yeah, saka yung lockdown, partner, talagang wag na. So I'm really happy that the government decided, the AITF and even the local government unit decided on not going to level 4, no? Just level 3, and maybe perhaps hopefully soon even lower it to level 2 and level 1. So far, we only have about, I think, correct me if I'm not wrong, but a little over 50% na ang bakunahan. At yung mga second dose, marami-rami na din. Pero talagang ang hinahabol nila is yung 70% or more dito sa first quarter. And that will really make a big difference. Kaya nga, they're already thinking, partner, kaya baka magkaroon ulit ng isang National Vaccination Day or 2 days ba yun? Because that was a very successful program. Marami pong nagpabakuna. In fact, ngayon may mga drive-thru na bakuna na, no? Ang dami, no? Makikita mo ang nakita ko mga litrato dun sa Manila kay Mayor Isko, and kudos to Mayor Isko for that, no? And hoping talaga na we can reach or surpass the 70%, because in other countries, I think in Singapore, for example, it's 80, in Thailand, it's about, I think, 60 or 70, so ahead sila, but we're there, no? We're there.
Yeah, I think right now we're already over 50% for the entire country. And if you think about NCR, where the center of commerce and government administration is, we're already over 80%. I think close to 90. So that's a really good rate for us to be functioning even during the pandemic. But mayroon na lang, 1 minute na lang pala. Ako may i-share lang ako na recent anecdote. In Quezon City, there was someone who was apprehended for trying to ride public transport without being vaccinated. And apparently in Quezon City, what they do is bring you to a vaccination center. And nung in-interview tong taong to, natuwa pa siya because sabi niya, she's been trying to get vaccinated, but hindi daw, wala naman siyang access to internet or like online registration. So natuwa pa siya because finally na-vaccinate na daw sila. So like you said, the more they roll out like programs to help the vaccination drive, then the better for all the Filipinos.
Yes. Well, as you mentioned, partner, we are already in our last 30 seconds. So first of all, I would like to thank, of course, you again for being here, partner. Iba talaga pag nandiyan ka, para kumpleto talaga. At of course, our regular resource person, if he can join us from time to time, si Exal, baka siguro ngayon medyo nag-iikot-ikot na rin siya. So maraming salamat, partner, for joining us.
Thank you, partner, and ikaw talaga very reliable, and good luck in your moderation duty later. We'll be watching. So for everyone listening to us, please don't forget to register dun sa Meet the Presidential Balls of Phoenix. So we'll see you later, partner, 1 p.m.
Thank you very much. At sa ating mga tagapakinig at nanonood, magandang hapon po sa inyong lahat. Ako po si Atty. Mike Toledo at of course si Atty. Karen Jimeno. Nagpapaalam po sa inyo. Pero magkikita-kita tayo ulit sa Lunes. So enjoy your weekend. Make the most out of it. Chill, relax. Konting inom, hindi masama. But more importantly, talaga, chill lang tayo. So enjoy your lunch and see you on Monday. See you, partner.
Bye, everyone.